sitting in my hotel room for like 10 minutes because my phone died, and then I put my computer away. So that's why I'm a little late. But I'm here. And so I'm going to say stand right up. And yeah, so let's get started. Hi. Thank you for coming.
Sneaky as a cat, huh?
Nice hair.
Thank you.
Careful now.
Hi.
Hey. Don't fall now. Don't fall down.
Oh, I won't. I have cat-like skills.
You're like a cat.
How's everyone's day?
Good.
Well, I guess I'll introduce myself by saying my name is Camren Bicondova. I recently had a hair change, and it's great. I've been getting a lot of hate for it, which I don't care for because I like it, and that's what matters. And the people who know me know that it suits me better, so. Great. Ask me questions about the show, ask me questions about life, anything you want. I'm here's. And you don't need a microphone because I can hear everyone. So, yeah. Okay. Yes.
What did you do for your first scene? Like, you know how they do like a mock scene to actually get the part? Like your dry run scene they do, I forget what it's called.
Like
your audition part.
The first season, the audition?
Yeah, what was it?
Well, I had been auditioning for like 2 years. And, it was getting to the point where I was like, what the heck am I doing?
No, I meant for Gotham. What did you do?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I had been auditioning for 2 years, and I was like, what the heck am I doing? You know, I audition, and I put myself out there, and I keep getting no's, and I keep getting told, oh, we went with a different person. You know, she has long brown hair, or she has a bigger resume, and I was like, okay, really? How am I supposed to build a resume if you don't give me a job? So then all of a sudden, it was literally, I had been wanting to quit for 3 months, but I didn't tell anyone. It was just all internal. And my manager found this breakdown, and it was for this character named Lucy. And she was 14, and it was for a series regular on a television show that was confidential. And she was fierce when cornered, a street thief, an orphan, and the actress had to be good at cat movements. And I was like, gang, 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 that's me! So it was just a blessing, a complete blessing.
But what was your first line? Do you remember? That's what I meant, like, you know,
Oh, I see what you
read.
mean. I remember I said some swear words. I definitely thought it was going to be a cable show.
You went.
Let's see. All I remember is the scene was I was being interrogated by a social worker, and I was being accused of stealing from this family who, now looking back, I know was my foster family. And I was just like, I didn't do it. And then I roasted the social worker, and it was really great. And I was like, yeah. See, mumbles. When I mumble, it's because I'm excited. You there.
If
Hi.
you were not an actress, what would you be doing as a career?
I'd be a dancer. Yeah. When I was little, I always said that I wanted to be a photographer, but I've always wanted to go on tour with an artist and just travel the world and dance to amazing music, so I'd be doing that for sure, Z's. You there.
How does your personality play into your character that you play, Selena Kyle, on Gotham?
Hey, okay, music. Last season, Selena at the end of last season had a lot of understanding, and a lot of will to be a mediator in the commotion of Gotham and of the people that she was surrounded by. And during that time, Camren personally was actually trying to be that. I was going through a really bad time in my life, and I wanted everyone to get along, you know, and I wanted to, even if people did me wrong, I still wanted to understand them, and I could relate with Selena a lot in that way, where it was like, hey, we don't get along, but that doesn't mean that we can't understand each other or try to. And this season 2, I can't talk about it at all really, but Selena is going through some shiitake mushrooms, I'm going to say that. And I can relate to her now too, which is, it's super bizarre, but
Thank you.
I'd say that. You there.
Hello.
Hi.
Big fan. So kind of like a duology here. So when you first got the part, had you read that much Batman, or before did they make you like binge a motherload of Batman comics and
No.
watch the other portrayals of Catwoman in earlier, except Halle Berry? No one should suffer through that.
Have you seen Frankie and Alice though?
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh yeah, there you go. Not yet. Frankie and Alice. She plays a woman. I believe it's schizophrenia, but it's definitely multiple personality disorder. Brilliant. So every time someone talks trash on her Batman movie, I bring up, okay, but Frankie and Alice though? Okay.
And by the way, what was your opinion on the recent Batman number 50, the wedding issue of Batman and Catwoman?
Okay. So first question was,
Did they make you read a load of Batman comics and watch this other Catwoman portrayals to get into character for Selena?
no. I didn't know that it was Catwoman until I got the call that I got it. So this the whole audition process, I thought, oh, well, I'm just an orphan and she's this like really rigid girl. I don't know, she happens to be good. I was so naive and just really wanted to get a job. And no, I didn't. Even after I got the job, I started reading the comic books, but then as time went on, it was just actually hindering me from doing what I felt was necessary for portraying her, because Selena on Gotham is not the Selena in the comic books, because she's different. It's a different time in her life. Nobody has written about her in comic books at the age that she is now, so yeah, no, I stopped completely. I watch the show for fun every now and then, but that's really it. And the illustrations in the comic books are amazing, but other than that, no.
So you didn't read the wedding issue?
I heard about it, and I heard how she said no, and I was stoked. I was like, yes! Don't marry that man. Not good for you. Not good for him either. It's not
Yeah.
good. What did you think of it?
I was very angry at the end of it.
You wanted her to say yes?
They built it up so much, like it's infuriating when it falls apart.
That's their relationship, though. It's just like build up, build up, build up, build up, and okay, what a big freaking letdown. I feel it. I haven't answered anything. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great, thanks. Speaking of the rockiness of the relationship between Selena Kyle and Bruce Wayne, it's such a phenomenal dynamic, and I love it. So, is it the same way off screen? I mean, not maybe so much the same way, but
Oh, the chemistry.
yeah, I mean, when you guys are getting along, it's so awesome to see you two interacting.
Thank you.
So, is the positive side of the chemistry the same in real life?
Yeah, it's the positive side. Yeah, it pretty much is. I mean, David, we've done a lot of growing throughout the whole
Absolutely.
process. You
Yeah.
know, like he was 12. He was 12 when we shot the pilot. I was 14. Now I'm 19. He's do the math, Camren, 17. So we've done a lot of growing, and I think we've just gotten to the point where it's like this is work, and he's super intelligent. Like the other day, the last few days of work have been really emotionally and physically exhausting for me, and he always lately, he's been finding ways to like get me to not get stuck in the sadness or the anger. And so like on Monday, for example, I had a really like, it was bad. And yeah, it was bad. And I had to go outside, and I came back and I wasn't talking to anybody. I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna focus on the scene, you know? And he saw me kind of sulking, you know? And he's on the other side of the room, and he's like, hey Cam, have you seen the new sets yet? And I said, no. Or I wasn't talking, so I was just like, and he said, well, do you want to go look at them? Because I haven't seen them either. And I was like, and then we had to go on set, so it was like, okay, we'll see it later. But he just, I don't know if he does it on purpose, but he just knows how to navigate me through those little moments.
That's
so
awesome to
yeah,
have someone like that. Awesome.
he's a
Awesome.
really great partner.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
What was
That looks good on you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What was your favorite scene to be in?
Seem to be in?
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to say, as exhausting as the scenes that I've done this week have been, they're my favorite, and the scenes this season are going to be my favorite just because they mean so much to me, and I know they're going to mean so much to other people watching them, and it's just stuff that you don't see on television. And the fact that I get to be part of it, the fact that I get to be the vessel for the art is just incredible to me. So I'm going to say that this season, the scenes will be my favorite. Hey, you there! Yeah.
Who's your favorite character in Gotham?
Penguin.
Not Catgirl.
Fish?
I don't have a favorite. Who's your favorite?
Probably Jim.
Jim? Why him? What?
I've always been a fan of Gordon.
But why? Wait, say that one more time?
Because he's awesome.
But what makes him awesome?
Everything that he does.
What?
How things around all these people who have powers and everything, but he still tries to find a way, even though he's just a normal person, he still finds a way.
I like that. Okay, I see you. Hey.
What's your favorite part of being Catwoman?
Well, that one, I can't answer that question because I don't know what it feels like to be Catwoman. There were scenes last season that were actually cut out where we did become Catwoman and Batman, and it was a completely different feeling from when I was doing scenes as Selena. So when I did those scenes, I was like, whoa, Davide, yo, I'm Catwoman and you're Batman. And he's like, yeah, dude, I know, it's crazy. I was like, dude, we haven't been playing Catwoman or Batman this whole time. We've been different people. He's like, yeah, you're right. And so I have to say, when I do play Catwoman, I'll enjoy it. But right now I'm loving Selena. Hi.
Hi. This is about you, Camren, a question on you. I noticed you love music, it reaches you. And you start drumming right when you heard the music. So what is your favorite type of music? Do you play an instrument? And what type of dance would you do if you could dance?
I do dance. I started off as a professional dancer before I was Selena, so it's just always been part of me. I really love R&B. I've been listening to a lot of gospel music lately, and jazz. So the sound of the saxophone is just like literally. I die every time. I'll be walking outside, and if somebody's playing a saxophone, I just immediately feel at ease. So jazz is just a huge part of my life too. Any kind of dance, really. To me, I think there's an artistry to all of it, and I think it's just like languages. Different types of dance speak different things, and I think that God speaks through all of it. So I just enjoy watching someone just move to music. It's just, I can't explain it. It's, yeah. Oh, and I don't play an instrument, but my birth father learned how to play the guitar on his own. So I always love hearing guitars and drums and yeah.
But the sax is awesome. You're right.
Sax
It's
is,
smooth.
yes.
Totally fine.
Yes, thank you. Hi.
Hi. So I just want to say I love you and I love your character. So I wanted to know what villain backstory you like the most.
I love Jeremiah's backstory, just because he started off as a kind, and you might have meant like for comic books, but Jeremiah on the show, he started off as this kind, well-intentioned soul, and he allowed the darkness to overcome him, and that's something that I work every day to not do, is just, nope, darkness, nope, no bro, you're not gonna cover me today, and not ever. So I find his story very fascinating, and that's, yeah, I find his story very fascinating because he was one of those unfortunate souls that allowed the darkness to overcome him. And Camren's a freaking amazing actor, and I love working with him every single chance I get. You there? She said.
I know that throughout the seasons, Ivy came from a little girl to an older woman, working with the different actresses and the interactions. How's that been?
It's been tough. Not in a bad way. It's just I got used to, well, I didn't get to work with Claire very much. Excuse me, but I got used to working with Maggie, who's my sister, and it was just really great working with her, and then all of a sudden it was like, new person. And I love Peyton. Peyton is an amazing actor too, so I love working with her. It's just a matter of being flexible and being adaptable. It's similar to when you're working in a scene in general, is you have to be adaptable and you have to be willing to roll with the punches. You know, if someone messes up a line, or, you know, Camren does something differently than the last take. So, yeah, it's cool, you know, comes with the territory, I guess.
You know, say, what do you think about yourself being as a action figure?
Oh, it's weird. It's so weird.
Yeah,
It's
I saw it right now.
Oh, you did? Aw.
Amazon.
Really?
They have Amazon right now.
I don't really care about that, but yeah, it's super weird. The main thing that I find weird is the main thing that I find bizarre is when my friends are in the store and they'll send me videos. They're like, "Hey, Camren, look, it's you," and I'm like, okay, hi, little me. But the bobblehead is my favorite. Yeah, because the bobblehead just resembles me the most, you know? I have a big head, and a little body. Well, my head was bigger before because I had all this hair on it, but I have a big head and a little body, and I bobble my head sometimes, so it works with the tape. Yeah, it just works for me. Can we do something where the people who haven't asked a question sit somewhere so that I know who I've answered and who I haven't? Because I want to answer as many, maybe like sit up here, I don't know. But I don't want to miss anyone. Yeah, thank you. I don't want to miss anyone, so. Hi. You don't have to sit, you can stand or do whatever, but I don't know, it was just, I figured sitting was more comfortable than standing.
Do you own any cats?
I did. So this is my first time saying this to people that aren't in my circle, but I had Miso, and I had to move out of my old household really quickly, and I fell into this really deep depression to where I couldn't take care of him anymore. So over Christmas, I brought him with me to San Diego so that he could be with me and family. And then I was going to leave him with my birth father for 2 weeks while I was in LA, and then go back to San Diego, pick him up, bring him back with me. And then some really bad stuff happened Christmas Day, and I had to last minute give him to my great aunt in San Diego so that she could take care of him. And then when I came back from my trip to LA, I saw how happy he was, and I was just like, I can't bring him back, you know, like I can't give him that life. I can't. So I did have Miso, and now he's living his best life. My great aunt, she used to foster a lot of cats. She had like 12 cats at one point, so her entire second floor of her house is this cat condo. So he has this like, he has the room for 12 cats to himself, and she's retired, so she's there all the time. And he's pretty angry. He was angry with me for a long time because I mean I didn't drop him off. I had her pick him up, so he was pretty traumatized. But it's a better life than I can give him, so that's all I can ask for. Yeah, it's a sad story. But
He's happy now.
yeah, he is. And I'm just like, bro, I can't give you that life, and now you're living it. I'm sad that I can't be the one to give it to you, but if somebody else is giving it to you, then that's all that matters.
Hey, family.
You gotta let people go, you know?
Yeah.
And in my case, my person was a cat. He was a savior to me for realsies, so it was a huge deal for me to do that, but all good. So now when people ask me on my social media, where's Miso? I don't have him anymore. He's in San Diego with my great aunt. There you go. But yeah. What about you? What do you have a question?
Do you have any funny stories of bloopers behind the scenes?
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. There's always something going on. I saw Corey Friday, and he has this wig on, and he looks really weird. But I don't know. There's never really. There are always little moments of funny in the days of work. So there's not one that sticks out to me. I mean, there was one time where it was me, David, and Sean, and we had to be super quiet because of the scene that they were shooting. But there was a bee, and it was like flying around David, and it was getting super close to him, but he couldn't scream because we had to be quiet. But it's just like, it's not funny if you're not there, so. No, it's just one of those things, just like, you had to be there. Yeah. Sorry my answer wasn't cool. Hi.
Hi. Who creates the most mischief on the show?
Oh, Chris, for sure. Chris Chalk. He is literally the one that I'm always laughing at during table reads when I have to be quiet. He's the one that's always, doing hip rolls and things that he shouldn't be doing hip rolls in, and he's just a really bright soul, and someone that is just, he just lights up the room when he walks in, so anything he does, it's just like, Chris, what do you have to do? Really? Really? And actually, Sean was just telling me the other day that when Sean and David have a scene with Chris, they always have to look away from him when they walk into the scene because he's always making faces at them. So it's like when Alfred has to be like, you know, whatever proper term, Lucius, hi Lucius, Chris is always making a face at them, so he has to be like, hi Lucius, and then look at him. So, yeah, he's a funny one, that guy. That's my brother.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you. Hey.
Hi. I was wondering, personally, what's your favorite villain to actually interact with on the show?
Favorite villain to interact with? I'd say Jeremiah, just because Camren is such an intuitive actor, and he just goes with it. He just jumps right into the scene, and no inhibitions, and it makes the scene very unpredictable, which is very much what I think Jeremiah is the Joker. I don't know if that's actually true, but that's what makes the Joker so mesmerizing, is his unpredictability. So the fact that Camren really embodies that just makes every scene worthwhile and worth the exhaustion, because it's just, that's what it's about. That's what the art is about. So I'd say Jeremiah is my favorite to work with.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to determine whether or not this question would...
Just ask it.
All right.
And you can stand. You look kind of uncomfortable.
All right.
There you go. It's okay. Just let it out.
With regard to you playing Catwoman, do you or other actors, whether it's like actually a scene on the show or like off camera or what have you, do they ever make cat-based puns?
No. Thank the Lord they do not. Thank the Lord, baby Jesus. I don't have to deal with that on a daily basis. I would not like to come to work. Although, if anyone were to do that, that would be Chris Chalk.
All right, well...
Do you have a pun that you would like to share?
I have many.
Okay, give me 5.
All right, one moment.
Put him on the spot. Oh boy.
I'll just do one then. I suppose you could say that when
Take a moment, center yourself, gather the thought,
And
spell
then-
it out.
Which one is that?
Okay. In the end of season 4, when Selena was shot by Jeremiah, I suppose it was Jeremiah, but I'm not misremembering that. Yeah. Okay.
Spoiler alert.
I suppose you could say that was catastrophic.
Hey, that's good, that's good.
Sorry to take it.
Hi.
So, I was wondering, on set, like, do you have somebody that you connect to the most, or you would consider like your best friend or something?
Honestly, no, because the cast is literally my family. I'm mumbling again, so that's what, they're literally my saviors and people that I would do anything for. So I don't go to work with colleagues, I go to work with family. So there's not one person that I really connect with the most, because like family members, you have different bonds with different people, you know? So it's not that I have closer bonds with some people or distant bonds with others, it's just that they're all different. But yeah, it's, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
They're like family and you want to strangle them sometimes too.
Yeah, well, honestly, I don't, family member, I think my version of family is people that you don't want to strangle. No, I'm serious. So, I think there comes a point where you have to look at things with love and you have to look at things with communication, and even if you're angry at someone, you just talk it out, you know? So they don't frustrate me at all because I'm just like, listen, fam, this bothered me today. Let's figure out how to fix it. And then it's like, all right, fam, cool. And then there's no reason to hold on to anger. I went really deep there, but whatever. Hi.
Oh, what's your favorite perk of being an actress?
The free food. No hesitation. Yeah, the free food definitely. But also, I never thought that I would be an actress or an actor, whatever. There's that new thing where it's like actress or actor. I never wanted to be one actually, but it's given me opportunities to connect with people like you guys, where it's like, I would never make this much eye contact with this many people if I wasn't an actor, you know? And I think that's a really beautiful thing. So the free food and the connections. Hi.
What do you like more, DC or Marvel? And if it's Marvel, then what's your favorite character?
Well, I don't really read comic books, so I can't answer that question based off of that. However, Black Panther was an amazing movie, and that was Marvel. So I don't know, but that was the only Marvel movie that I've seen. But then I saw Suicide Squad. That was good. I felt like it was hyped up a lot, but yeah, Black Panther is my favorite comic movie ever. So I'm just gonna.
Infinity War might top that.
Huh?
Infinity War, you should see that one.
I feel like that would give me anxiety just looking at it.
It will.
Because I already have distraction issues as it is. So I'd be like, whoa. And then I like to watch movies from like the first row. So I'd be like this and then just be like, slaps in the face, just like from all angles. I'll check it out though. No, I won't. Hi.
Not really a question, but I really love what you did to your hair.
Thank you so much. Oh, you waited that long to tell me? Thank you. I need a haircut actually. I know it's time when I see the curls pop up, and it's always this spot right here. It's always right there. I'm just like, get off. Hi.
Hi there. Can you tell us any projects for the future you're working on?
I have no idea.
That's okay.
It is okay. Yeah, I honestly, I'm just enjoying this season because it's the last one.
What?
And you didn't know this? Where have you been, bro? This news came out months ago. Anyway, it's all right. I lived under a rock for a little bit too. It's nice to live that way. But no, I'm just enjoying this last season, and wherever God wants me to go, I'll do it. You know what I mean? I'm just like, listen, I don't know what I'm doing, but I never will. So I might as well just do what you tell me to do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're delightful, by the way, and thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you for coming. Hi.
Hi. I remember hearing you say you really, really liked the sound of the saxophone. Do you have a favorite artist, if I may ask?
I don't. I'm not that into it, unfortunately. I have a book that I have to read about the history of jazz, and it's really cool. I can tell somebody read it. I can tell it was with somebody else for a long time. But just love the sound of it, and it just takes so much. Because honestly, okay, there's this artist. His name is Masego, and he's a singer. He's a music artist, but he plays the saxophone, and he has this beautiful voice, and you can hear it through the saxophone. And I'm just like, that is why. Is it a saxophonist?
Saxophonist, yeah.
Say it one more time.
Saxophonist?
Saxophonist. Yes, that's why they're so talented, because you can hear the beauty in their voices through the instrument. It's crazy to me. Do you play the saxophone?
I have one, but it's my dad's. I'm learning,
Okay.
but mostly it's honks and squeaks right now.
That's okay. Well, as long as you learn.
Yes, but I'll have to remember Masego because that sounds really, really cool. Thank you.
Yeah, it's Masego.
Thank you so much.
He's an R&B artist. He's freaking talented. Anybody else? Hi.
Tell me about me your shoes.
Oh! Okay, so he's this entrepreneur. His name is Gary Vee. If you don't know about him, look him up on Instagram. He's freaking inspirational. But his team sent me these because he did a collaboration with K-Swiss. And on the bottom, on the right foot, it says, "The work, the grind, the hustle." That's what it's about. And then on, okay, everybody says that I'm super agile. Okay, yeah, but I'm agile, but definitely not flexible. So, the mission, the motive, the macro. And he talks about how don't look at the microscopic problems. Look at the macro. Look at what's in front of you. And yeah, it's just the fact that I'm alive and I can be sent shoes from my favorite entrepreneur, and they say things like the mission and the work, and just, I don't know, it's just super cool to me, so I try to wear them all the time. Yeah. It's a blessing to be alive, folks. I don't think that people realize that the fact that we're breathing is beyond a blessing. Like, we could easily not be breathing. As everybody has their problems, everybody has their deep and dark secrets that they don't share with anyone, but we're breathing. And we're not 6 feet under, and we're not under any kind of, I don't know. It's just, we're breathing. And we need to just be thankful for that, you know? So, yeah. I'm just thankful to be alive is all. Aw, Queen. Yeah, it's true. It's so true. Does anybody else have any questions? Oh, hi. Yeah.
Yeah, you ever met Will Smith on the set? Will Smith?
As I was leaving, he was walking in, so I never got to meet him.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I know his wife be on the show too. The wife.
Yes, and I was waiting for a long time. I was like, yo, where is Will Smith? Oh, I got him. Oh, okay, where is Will Smith? I never, and then I was like, why are all those people over there? Like, who's that big black man?
Oh, it's Will Smith. There it is.
And it was Will Smith. Casual. I'll meet him one day. I'll go on Auntie Jada's Red Table Talk, and I'll get to meet him. So it'll be set. We'll be a big family. It's cool. Give me time.
Hey, don't worry about that. Maybe you talk to her and say, I like me Will Smith. Can you have a
Well,
chance?
I'm not in communication with her now. So
Okay.
what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna manifest that I reconnect with her.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, boom, engraved in the family. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
boom, Will Smith. And then boom, part of the family. You know? Just manifest. Hi.
I was just wondering, how do you deal with like the stress or like anxiety when you're filming and you just get stressed out because that day at work? How do you deal with that?
I'm still learning, honestly. I have to, I have PTSD, and the scenes that I do trigger me. So I have to literally isolate myself between takes, and I have to just keep walking. And I walk around a lot, and I just walk until my breathing just comes to a normal pattern, and just kind of meditate.
So I love your hair. It's so pretty.
Thank you.
I wish I was
I feel it. Well, when you're ready. Well, mainly when, are you mom?
I'm mom.
Thank you. Yeah, when mom's ready.
My dad's ready. My dad is just like,
do it.
why? Like and she had hair down to her butt when she was little, so.
Okay.
This has been a progression.
Okay, I feel it. Just know that whatever makes her happy is the best thing for her, you know? She's her own, battery is low. Please connect. Yeah, I'm just big on, I don't mean to come off disrespectful. She's her own, she's her own being, and I feel like with me, so I loved him so much I had to let him go, you know? So I think that once she shaves it, you're gonna be like, wow, I'm so freaking proud of you, daughter. Like, you're the freaking bomb diggity. Stage it. Yeah, just be open to the stages. Hi.
Do you have a favorite TV show of all time?
Of all time?
Besides God.
I haven't really been watching TV lately. I mean, I love the Lilo and Stitch movies. I love Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Right? Screw Adventure Time. Where's Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends?
You know Will's here, right?
Really?
Yeah. I believe he's the same actor as Samurai Jack.
No, are you serious?
Yeah.
See? Reasons to be happy to be alive.
Pretty sure you could go meet him later if you
Oh,
want.
yeah. I'll get that set up right away. Yeah. I don't know. I just like shows that bring out the joy of childhood, you know?
Don't freak out.
Since you said it's the last season on set, do you plan on borrowing anything permanently from the set?
Oh, I already have.
What can you tell us you've taken home?
I took my costume from season 1 home. And I have a pair of shoes.
Oh.
Maybe 2. I actually genuinely can't remember. And I've taken a lot, but I'm gonna take more because actually I don't know. I'll definitely take my costume home. But other than that, I don't need much. So it's like, meh. Who else? Hi, Uncle.
Researching your character, did you reach out to like Lee Merriweather, Julie Newmar?
No. I met both of them.
Really?
Thankfully, and I met both of them. Both all super kind, and
Oh, thanks.
all super kind, and
Oh, sorry about that. Oh, thank you.
you're welcome.
Thank you. No, you didn't have to.
All super kind, and yeah, but no research.
No research?
No. Thank you. Who else? Hi.
Hi, what is your inspiration to start acting?
Well, the man who taught me to love acting is my late teacher, Richard Brander. He taught me, he taught me that acting is the art of life, and it's important to keep a childlike curiosity and remain spontaneous. So I wasn't inspired to start acting. I was kind of forced into it, but Richard Brander taught me to love acting. So my teacher. Yeah. Hi. Hey, you there.
First, how old are you?
19.
19. In fact, anybody ever told you about Michelle Pfeiffer?
So one more time?
Michelle Pfeiffer. Anybody ever told you looking, come across with Michelle Pfeiffer?
I get told that a lot, yeah.
You just feel like both Catwoman. I mean, like,
Yeah, it's crazy. I've been told I've looked like Michelle Pfeiffer since I was like 5. And I was like, who's that? And then I got the role, and people started making comparison photos, collages, and I was like, oh, that's what they mean.
well, you're way nicer though.
Hi.
Is there any more bad guys when it's gonna get introduced into the show?
Heck yeah, man.
And
I've watched bits and pieces. Do you think I'd like it? Yeah? What do you like about it?
He has funny characters and
Really? Okay, I'll get into it. It's on Netflix, right? Okay. What's your name, man?
Finn.
Finn? Nice to meet you, Finn. Thanks for coming in. Whoa! Dude, that was a strong high five, man. Wow. The stage. Wow. Gotta learn your strength, bud. Alright. Who else? Hi.
Who would you say is the most serious on the show? And who would you say is the most serious on the show? Always making wisecracks and laughing.
Chris is definitely the silliest. Excuse me. And then, I'd say the most serious would be, not Jim, Ben. Yeah, he's very serious. He's like, let's get this done. And he sounds just like that, too. Let's get this done. He's really good at impersonating voices. I feel you. I feel you, homie. Aww. That's me on the inside sometimes. Actually, not anymore. I'm good. Okay, who else? I have like 4 minutes. You.
Hi.
Hi.
One of the things that made me fall in love with your portrayal of Selena is when you push that guy out of the window right in front of Bruce. And I wanted to know what it was like filming that scene because of everything that's what's
Dang. I just remember being kind of forgetting that I was there, and it was kind of weird because like I'm not a violent person, you know. I don't, you know. I'm here to talk it out, fam. I'm not here to pick a fight. Let's talk this out. So the fact that I had to like push someone was really weird for me, especially a grown man. But it was pretty cool. They had this inflatable bag at the bottom, and I was actually like, and I feel you, man. I feel you. No, you know what? Is it girl or boy? Girl, she's very talkative. You go, girl. You speak your voice. Let's go. Let's go. She's gonna be amazing when she grows up. You're welcome. Oh, little blessing. Wow, that makes my heart happy. Yeah, it was cool. It was so long ago, I don't even really remember how I felt in those moments, but it was pretty cool. Sorry. Hi.
Hi. I know you said that you would like to do what you'd like to pursue what God has for you in your life. But have you grown to love acting, or would you be open to doing other things, or are you looking into any kind of education for other things?
Everything. I have grown to love acting. It's brought me. especially the scenes that I'm doing this season, it's helped me through so much, and it's opened my eyes to so much. I'm also open to education. I've always wanted to study psychology. I really love cooking. I love writing. I love philanthropy. I'd love to start traveling and be more involved in that aspect of the world. So honestly, he has blessed me with so many hobbies, but they're really gifts.
Me too, girl.
Yeah, you feel it. So like so many gifts that I literally could go anywhere, you know? So I'm just living. I'm just alive. It's freaking amazing. Let me see. Anybody who I didn't answer? I can't. Hey!
What?
My parents? Like Cameron's parents? I I'm glad you asked me that, because now I know that I need to work toward being able to answer that.
What was the question?
Oh.
Erica's parents?
Not her parents.
Oh. So sweet. She was late for autograph. Okay.
I like her. I love those. I love her. She's so real.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming.
Bye.
Bye, thank you guys, and I'm going.
The autograph. The
Yes,
autograph.
autograph table. I'm there all day.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.